All right, let's dive into a world where time isn't a straight line, but a massive, turning wheel. We're talking about an epic story of light versus shadow, where old prophecies, well, they aren't just fairy tales you tell around a campfire. Nope, they're real, they're happening now, and they have the power to literally break the world. And believe it or not, this huge story, it all kicks off in the most out-of-the-way place you could possibly imagine. So picture this, a village so cut off, so completely tucked away from, well, everything, that a war happening just a few lands over is nothing more than a whisper. That's Emond's Field for you. It's this super quiet, peaceful little farming town where the biggest thing on everyone's mind is the upcoming spring festival. Life is simple, it's predictable, and above all, it's safe. But, you know, that wheel is always turning, and all that peace and quiet, it's about to be shattered.
And get this, it's not just a saying. It's like a fundamental truth that shapes their entire worldview. The very idea of packing up and leaving, it's so alien to them, it's pretty much unthinkable. And it's that deep, deep isolation that's going to make the news that's coming, well, it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks.
See, for a town this cut off from the rest of the world, a peddler showing up is a huge deal. He doesn't just bring pots and pans, he brings something way more important: news. But this time around, the news he's carrying, it's darker than you can possibly imagine.
So, this is the guy, Padan Fain. And you've got to understand, he's basically the village's only connection to the outside world, and oh, he knows it. This guy absolutely loves the drama, loves being the star of the show, and he really knows how to spin a tale to an audience that's hanging on his every word. He kind of eases into it, you know. Starts talking about the bad winter, the hungry wolves, stuff the villagers are already worried about. But yeah, that's just the opening act. And just like that, with that one line, the whole mood just breaks. Fain tells them there's a war, a real war in a place called Ghealdan. Now, for the folks in the Two Rivers who've never seen anything like that, this is completely shocking. It's terrifying. But it's not just the war itself, it's the reason for the war that has everyone completely frozen in fear.
You can practically hear everyone in the crowd just stop breathing. That name, the dragon. It's not a name you just throw around. It's a name from the darkest legends, a name that means chaos and madness and, well, the actual breaking of the world. To them, hearing that name means one thing: the end of the world as they know it.
Okay, so we really need to unpack this, because to get why everyone is so terrified, you have to understand the prophecy. See, the dragon isn't just some guy. He's this legendary figure from a prophecy that basically promises two things at once: total salvation and complete and utter destruction.
So at the very center of all this is something called the One Power. Think of it as the raw energy that, turns the wheel of time itself. It's the force of creation. And the dragon? He's a man who can tap into that power, who can channel it. But here's the catch. For men, that power is tainted, it's corrupted, it's a curse that will, 100%, drive them insane and kill them. The last guy to hold that title? His power and his madness caused what they call the breaking of the world. We're talking about a cataclysm so huge it literally redrew the maps.
And that right there is the terrifying conflict at the heart of this whole thing. On one hand, some old stories say he's meant to be a savior, that he'll be reborn to save humanity from the ultimate darkness. But most people, they only remember the horror. They remember the stories of the breaking. They shout things like, "The dragon's return will make your worst nightmares seem like your fondest dreams." So what is he? A hero or a world-breaking monster? Honestly, nobody has a clue.
And according to Padan Fain, this new dragon isn't just a rumor. He's the real deal. He can channel the One Power, call down lightning from a clear sky, make the very ground open up and swallow his enemies whole. The news is so bad, so serious, that the Aes Sedai themselves are on the move. And these are the powerful women who can wield the One Power safely, and they're riding out from their legendary city, Tar Valon, for one reason: to hunt him down.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. This massive, world-changing prophecy, it isn't just some story for these villagers to gossip about. For 5 young people standing right there in that crowd, this is the moment their lives change forever. This is the start of a journey that none of them could have ever seen coming.
So let's meet them. First up, you've got the guys. There's Rand Thor. He's a shepherd, kind of quiet and observant, and he's already worrying about what all this talk of war and Aes Sedai really means. Then you have his friend, Mat Cauthon, who hears all this and just sees one thing, a grand adventure. And finally, there's Perrin Ibra. He's a blacksmith's apprentice, solid and careful, and all he's thinking is, I really hope this war stays far, far away from here.
And then we have the young women. There's Egwene Olvere, who's always dreamed of seeing the world outside the two rivers. For her, this scary news is also, well, it's a door opening. And then there's Nynaeve Almamara. She's the village wisdom, their healer and leader. Now, she might be young, but she is absolutely formidable, and she has zero patience for what she sees as dangerous, foolish talk. She's the one who immediately starts scolding the boys for even talking about it.
So, while everyone is freaking out about some war happening leagues away, they're all completely missing the real threat. The one that isn't a story from a peddler. The one that's already here, right now, lurking in the shadows, just outside of town.
Yeah, everyone's attention is focused on this far-off war, but the actual danger, it's right here. In fact, a few of our main characters have already had a run-in with it.
Perrin talks about it. How he saw this dark figure on a horse at the edge of the village, completely cloaked in black, just watching the smithy. He said it was so creepy it gave him the shivers. And you know, this is Perrin, the big, strong blacksmith's apprentice. It takes a lot to shake him.
And here's the thing. Perrin wasn't just seeing things. Rand and Mat, they've seen the exact same rider too, watching them from the shadows. And you can tell how scared people really are because even the blacksmith, Master Luhan, who publicly brushed it off as just shadows, he started carrying his biggest hammer around with him after dark. So yeah, even the grown-ups are terrified. This isn't just a scary story anymore. This is real.
So that's the big question, isn't it? Who is this rider in the black cloak? This is way more immediate, way more terrifying than some war in another country. This guy isn't just lost. He seems to be watching them, specifically. But why? What does he want?
And really, that leads us to the biggest question of all. In this huge, sprawling world that's tipping over into total chaos, with prophecies coming true and dark things gathering in the shadows, why? Why is the center of everything this tiny, forgotten village? And what part are these 5 totally normal young people? What part are they meant to play in all of this?
Just so everyone knows, this is a fan-created summary. It's not affiliated with or endorsed by Robert Jordan, Brandon Sanderson, Tor Books, or anyone who holds the copyright to The Wheel of Time. All the rights to the original amazing work belong to them. Please, go support the official series by buying the books.